The neighborhood shopping center, how do you define that? Because when I think of neighborhood shopping center, I could be thinking of like a grocery anchored retail center or a little strip center with maybe 10 units in it. So how do you define it?
Ours is more the latter. We never really had the big boxes. Again, by design, we weren't buying $30 million deals. We were neighborhood centers, which is, today I would say a large majority of our tenants are what I would consider service type tenants. Nail salons, hair salons, Subway. First thing I do is look at a rent roll. You can't get your nails painted on the internet. Can't get a haircut on the internet. Can't get a pizza on the internet. Can't get your dry cleaning done on the internet. Now, some of them, you can go on the website and order something and pick it up or have it delivered, but they still need bricks and mortar. So very few of our tenants are what I would call traditional retail, where they're selling a product. It's mostly service type tenants, which is why I'm still very bullish on the neighborhood strip center. You really haven't seen much speculative development in the last 10 or 15 years. Number one, cost of construction. It would cost $400 a foot to build a neighborhood strip center today, where we're in most of ours for, say, $100 to $150 a foot. And our rents are between $10 and $20 a square foot triple net. If you built a new shopping center today, you would need $40 to $50 rents. So the old days when speculative strips were being built, if you were getting $10, $12, $14 a foot and somebody built one across the street, you'd lose a couple tenants. They'd hop across the street, maybe they'd pay 16 instead of 14, and they'd get the new shopping center. That doesn't exist anymore. So unless somebody either goes out of business or outgrows their space, the tenant retention is extremely high. We really don't lose a tenant. And our occupancy rate is the highest it's ever been historically. Nationwide, in retail, the vacancy rate now is 4.2%, but that includes junior boxes and big boxes. So if you take those out of the mix, it's actually 2% for the small shops. And so there's different types of real estate. Obviously, the Bed Bath & Beyonds and the Joann Fabrics, the big junior boxes that went bankrupt, you can buy all that stuff on the internet. Whereas, as I said, you can't get a manicure on the internet. And those buildings have actually pretty much already been absorbed. A lot of entertainment type concepts, Sky Zone or Slick City, the slides, a lot of entertainment type venues, as well as other retail. So they really didn't last long because, again, building that new would be 3 or 4 times what the existing boxes would be for those types of uses.
That makes a lot of sense. And you were well ahead of your time focusing on the neighborhood strip centers, because now it's very popular as an asset type for folks to target, at least from what I've seen. I've seen it really grow in popularity the last few years. And you see the broker emails all the time with the internet resistant tenant mix and things like that. So I think you were well ahead of your time there. Was there a point, and we kind of spoke about this briefly before starting to record, where you started to look at other asset classes or asset types? And
I did. Over the years, I did look at office warehouse space and things. And at the end of the day, I thought it was important to focus on one asset class and not try to be a jack of all trades. And I'm glad I did. I did do one multifamily development. A friend and partner brought me the deal. And, it's interesting. I mentioned earlier, surround yourself with the right people, and you got to know your limitations and your assets and liabilities. And, my strong point is people skills and structuring deals and networking. This partner, he's a wonderful guy, love him like a brother. He does not have that same skill set that I do, but his skill set is more of the technical nature. So anyway, when he brought me the deal, it had sat on his desk for quite a while, and I don't think he would have ever figured out how to put it together. But as soon as I saw it, I went to my bank, got a construction loan, got out and raised the equity, and we put the deal together. And I don't know that he could have done that without me. But once we got under construction and the meetings with the engineers, he ran circles around me, and all the entitlements and the contractors I could not have developed the property without him. It was out of my bailiwick, but I don't know that he could have structured the deal without me. So it's important to surround yourself with the right people, good people, and people that have skill sets other than your own, which, I find the smartest attorney you can, the best CPA, engineers, architects, good reputations, good skill sets.